Yeah, what's up, everyone? You tuned into Rightfully Structured. But look at here. I'm out here in the mountains. Been out here for a while, probably like a few months now. I posted some pictures, basically just showing, my journey. I already know it's a lot of false narratives out there. I ain't even gonna address that. I'm gonna let that solve itself. I ain't gonna give it no attention because the real gonna know what's going on. But anyway, yeah, just me, my ancestors, and the wildlife, yeah, bears and all that good stuff. Snakes, a lot of dead snakes on the side of the road. But yeah, it's no joke. I think this was a new level for me, just to figure out who I am, because I've been guided to do a lot of things that most would not do. I'm not even joking, because if you just hear it and you feel like it's not aligned to your calling or just out of place with you, then you're gonna move different. That's what a lot of people do. That's how we fall short, because everything happens for a reason, whether we see it or not. We don't know everything. We don't even get all the information. But something bit me. But you got it to move a certain way for a reason. Gotta stay in alignment. Not really be talking this and doing it. So I ain't on here trying to put on a show. Wow, my stuff ain't really getting no views or whatever. I'm not doing it for that. I ain't on here for that. I'm on here because I was called to do it. If it's left up to me, I wouldn't even be on social media, because my interaction is more in public, and the ones that know. My encounters are strong. Big awakenings. And ain't no flex. I just want to state the facts, though, because it's easy to just look at some numbers or look at somebody's page and think they ain't got nothing going or whatever, but the whole time, a big fucking deal, though, for real. I ain't even gonna flex. When it's time to move out of people's life, they don't even know how to act. That shit can get dangerous sometimes. Nah. On another walk. Had to leave one city, going to another. I think this is probably about like 18 miles. I've already been at it for a while. I started before it got dark. So, mosquitoes are serious today. Yeah. Just appreciate your journey. Appreciate what you have. Because right now, this is what I got. That ain't all I got. This is what I got right now. To be continued. But, yeah. Never let nobody sway you off your path. It don't even matter what somebody say, because at the same time, there's going to be something unique about your journey that a lot of people probably didn't even experience. So that's where you got to be more discerning of yourself, because you're not going to get every answer from everybody. Sometimes it got to come from you, or a lot of times. But at least it worked. That's how it was for me. I related to a lot of stuff with people, but the stuff that I was really going through, like the spiritual warfare, the gang stalking, times 30. I don't think a lot of people will last through that shit, man. I'm telling you. This is not even trying to make it seem like I'm better than anybody, because it ain't the case. Before I even knew what it was, that shit could have broke me, because it was so deep. I mean, like, everywhere I turn, everywhere I go, everything, going to all the stores, everybody, like, it seemed like down there everybody's involved in this shit. This shit was so deep. I ain't gonna give it too much energy. They can do it now, but they know that shit don't matter to me. It never did really matter. I just had to figure out what the fuck was going on, because I didn't see it. I stumbled across somebody speaking on, gang stalking and all that stuff a long time ago. And that helped me majorly. Because at first, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna be honest. I thought maybe, I was like, damn, man, I don't know, man. It sounds kind of real, but I was like, maybe that person, I don't know. Maybe they could be having some mental health issues or whatever. You never know. It ain't like passing judgment on them, but you don't know. It's like bringing the balance to things. You're not one-sided with it. So you're looking at everything as, okay, the potential of it going this way and that way. So you gotta have that balance, positive and negative. The negative side too and the positive. Because everything ain't always positive, everything ain't always negative. So that's the truth to that. But yeah, it's a serious situation though. And even though a lot of stuff is not even happening like it used to, I'm too fucking strong, man. My spirit team ain't fucking playing, man. And I ain't trying to keep cussing, but I'm just in that energy right now. I'm just really in that energy. You know how when you get tired, and it's not like upset tired, but it's like, it puts you in that energy, like, yeah. Not backing down. You're gonna follow your orders for your spirit team, but at the same time, you're gonna stand on your 10 as who you are. I think that's one of the biggest tricks that I learned about being such a loving person. So many people misunderstood me. It wasn't a bad thing that I didn't see them the way I should have. Because sometimes you got to build up the tolerance of fuck that. You got to build that tolerance up. So until then, you're going to experience certain things. But once you build that tolerance up, you can move forward. You cut that cord, move forward. This is serious, man. I ain't gonna lie. I don't recommend anybody doing this. But this is what I've been doing. You see what I'm walking on, right? And I had to record this just to prove it, because anybody could just take pictures and like, yeah, this is my journey and I'm doing this. Nah, this is really what I'm doing, man. What I say, that's what it is. Who I'm rolling with, who's with me, that's what it is. That's why I speak a certain way, because I'm guided to speak that way. Not because I want to show off, I want to be an asshole, or, I'm spiritually distant, man, all that. Nah, it ain't that, man. It ain't that. I don't even care about none of that. Trying to be better than anybody. I don't care about that. That was one of my biggest problems, though, because I was so down to earth that I was always dropping myself down to people's level just so they can level out with me some kind of way. I level out with them, though. But the problem was is that they get so comfortable with you doing it that they can't even accept you right. they start losing themselves in your energy. You helping them, you speaking good over them, and they not even seeing the fact that you didn't help them see things better. But that's the trick. I love it when people show me who they are, man. I don't try to get too much feelings involved with it. That's what it is. It's just a lesson. How would you know what to do without the lesson? Can't get upset too much about that. You can't hold that energy too much, because if it didn't happen, you wouldn't be who you are today if you really learn. You wouldn't be who you are. So that's how you got to see it. Yeah, it's major bugs out here. It's real out here. Kind of blinding. Snake right there. That just happened. Yeah, that look fresh. Yeah, they out here. Deadly snakes, man. I ain't gonna lie. I'ma wait on that. I ain't gonna say too much, because I never got permission to speak on that, so I'ma hold on that about a situation that I was in. And it wasn't all bad, it wasn't all good. But it was a hell of an experience for real. But it was very uncomfortable because the circumstances. And that's been who I'm at though. A lot of people ain't even used to having to like get 2 hours a day sleep because of your circumstances. Another dead snake. Yeah, that joint is like a deadly one too. Baby snakes, those the ones you gotta watch out for. They got the pack the punch. Nah, I ain't gonna lie, I'm thankful. I'm very thankful. I'm appreciative of everything. Even when that shit hurts sometimes, I ain't gonna lie to you. I get upset. I get very upset. I ain't gonna lie. Rightfully so. And not in a disrespectful way, but the calling and the walk I had over me. And I'm trying to tell you, this is just one example of one of my situations, man. Ain't nobody trying to do this. Walking through the mountains with bears and stuff. Walking through the night. Those 2 days I walked, I ain't gonna lie. The first day, I wasn't too far from where I was going, but where I needed to go, I didn't even know where I was going, but apparently Spirit had me going the right way. Spirit had me going the right way. Look, my shoe. But I laid on the ground and was so exhausted. I couldn't even breathe. I was upset. I was like, how am I supposed to finish this if I don't have anything that I need? It ain't about what I want, it's what I need. I ain't got no water. I ain't got no food. And I was just walking. Scorching heat, 100 and something that day. No joke. Scorching heat. Come out, sunburn, everything. But it wasn't that bad. It should have been very bad on me, I ain't gonna lie. It should have been very bad. The way that sun was hitting me, it was no shade. Started out in the morning. Man, whew. Yeah, that was dangerous. And that's when I realized how serious it was. This shit ain't for everybody. Yeah, this shit is not for everybody. Like, for real. both sides of the street too. Gotta know how to walk through here. I ain't gonna lie though, I should have recorded when I came from the other walk though. That was so intense, man. I'm not even playing. The hills were so extreme. Anybody that's aware of that area where I was at will tell you, how did you do that? How did you do it? I was running into people, tell you how the universe works. People don't even know me. I'm going past people's streets on the main road or the highway, because it got like, the mailboxes and houses, little driveways. People are walking up to the street on the shoulder and calling me to give me stuff, water, everything. Let me tell you how the universe works. Literally don't have much, but got everything. Got everything. Real. So I had to prove myself. Not just to the universe, but to myself. By the time I got with that, got done with those 3 days, I keep saying 2, but it was actually 3 because the day I messed up was added onto it. My whole walk and my leg was like out of it. My left leg, my foot had a big old what's the name? I had on it for like it's not a callus, man. What is it at the bottom of my foot? I forgot the name of it, but yeah, it was real bad. I couldn't walk for days, right? I couldn't walk for days. I was guided. I arrived at a church 3 in the morning. As I'm walking, I walked past it almost. I was saying, I was guided to go back. No, go back. I was like, here? Like, yeah. So I went back. Go sit down. So I had to wait. So I had to wait to communicate with somebody. So basically, I had to communicate something while I was there, and I need assistance. Nothing big, but I needed to get to a certain destination. And they ended up helping me. And the person, I ain't gonna mention his name or nothing, but we had a serious conversation. And sometimes you get put in certain situations and then you really get to see people's faith. Now, I'm not saying that people can't be a believer, but when you get tested by somebody that's a strong believer, that's how, the strong believer gonna know. Expressions, everything. If you're a strong believer, then ain't nothing to talk about. It's, you on board. You tap. So that wasn't the case. When I'm referring to my communication and what I was told, he kept going back to what I want to do, and that's not the case. So I had to keep correcting him the whole time. I ain't gonna lie, I kept correcting him. I was like, you keep saying me. I was like, I'm not the one. I'm not choosing to do any of this. I was like, if you knew me, if it was all left to me, I wouldn't be out here. I'm not gonna be walking those 70-something miles, 80 miles, and don't see a point. And no communication. I'm not gonna do that shit on my own. I really ain't. So the conversation got pretty intense, and basically it gets to the point this. Now I gotta stand in my power. So my authority. And I'm like, see, I don't solely believe in the Bible alone. You know what I'm saying? The Bible is a passage that helps you figure out things, but that's where it ends. If you don't have a real connection, what do you have? You can read a book all day, but if you don't have a connection, what do you have? You don't have anything. You just read a book and figure out something. Anybody can read a book. But are you really connected? And I said, nah, I'm not trying to disrespect you, but I had to tell the truth. I said it in a form that he can take it the right way and not just, me sounding cocky or anything. But he took it the right way, and actually, it kind of panned out the way it needed to. He helped me get to where I needed to go. And, that's all I'm going to say on that. But I don't always know what I'm supposed to do. I just do what I'm told to do. And that's just the reality of it. If you're stuck on just wanting to know everything, then you're going to miss out what you're supposed to do. Sometimes I get a lot of information, but I don't always go digging just because I can. Not take the fun out of life now. I allow certain things to unfold so I can kind of like test myself. But then if I feel like trying to get the answer is complicated, then I lean out for it. But nah, yeah, this is my journey. Now everybody got so many individuals attacking them to the point that you blacklisted and they follow you everywhere you go. So now it's only a matter of time where the new location you at before they try to bleed over in that area too. Just be grateful. If you haven't experienced it, be grateful, man. I ain't gonna lie. Everybody wants certain gifts and they want this and they want that. Bunch of thieves and all this shit out here, man. That I actually do the work. If you had a long list of what you had to do to get it, it's laid out, and you choose not to do it, shit, that's on you. As long as you fishing for answers and you want to be better, you're gonna get it. That's what I learned. Exactly what I learned. I was always willing to learn. I didn't think I know everything. But I tell you what, when I don't know something, after I know it, now I know. So what changed? It changed very fast when you accept it differently. I see a lot of people that get upset because you know something. Yeah, I know that. Or something like that, weird stuff. It's okay not to know everything. It's okay not to know some things. This world is huge. There's so much to know. You can't know everything. It's impossible. That's why we are puzzles to this pieces to this big old puzzle. It's not one single person just knows everything. Some things that I might not get, somebody else might get. But if we working together, we can unlock some things, man. Not, you think you're better. I don't look at it like that. Now, don't get me wrong. If you're moving in that energy, like acting a certain way, then that's just what that is. Some people act like that. And I accept that too. I don't judge nobody, man. I don't judge anybody. I'll say it that way. I accept everything for what it is. Because at the end of the day, I can choose not to deal with that shit, for real. My choice. So why do I need to battle with somebody, or why do I need to do anything outside of myself to address certain situations? It has nothing to do with me. When you really think about it. I'm too focused on me, too focused on not just me, because what I'm doing ain't just for me. That's why it's important for you to follow the orders of what you're supposed to do. Because sometimes you might think it's just for you, but really you're helping everybody. That's why we got gifts. We're supposed to help each other. But that's all I'm gonna say. I got a little ways to go still. Stay tuned. Peace.